Hello everyone, my name is Kara Williamson. I'm doing my discussion on money and happiness. I have a few notes with me. I wanted to be able to give a few examples that are located in our book in chapter 3 and 4. So the first question was, do you agree with the research that beyond a certain point, the amount of money you earn makes little difference in your level of happiness? My answer is no. I understand that you can make a lot of money or earn it or win it somehow, and it can satisfy you for just a little bit. But being a person who has had their own struggles because of the location where they live or the availability of jobs, it can really take a toll on you. I think money in some aspects are the biggest things why either your significant other or your spouse, you're going to argue about it. So I do think money plays a very big part, and I think no matter how much you make, you're still always going to be like, it's going to make a difference because you're not able to move up in your career unless you have certain education, which is going to cost you more. You're going to have to pay for those loans. So that is where I stand on question 1. Let's look at the second half of question 1. It says, do you agree that the super rich isn't much happier than the rest of us? I would say yes and no, but probably yes. I think that, if you're born into money or you acquire the money through hard work, you're going to reach a point where you are happy no matter what money you do have. Some idea that I was going to look into chapter 3, I have a print book. I'm not doing the one online, but on page 70 and 71, it talks about the bottom-up theory and the top-down theory. And just real quick, the bottom-up theory is an overall measure of your well-being. And the bottom-up one is the valuation of your experiences. Two separate things, but if you have a chance to read it, I really feel that this can summarize how we feel about money and happiness, and why we think it's so important for us to have. It'd be great if we didn't, but that's just how we were built in America, is to run by it. So the next thing that we have, the second question we have is comment on America's class bias, in which the amount of money you make affects how you are treated regarded by others. So I think every day in society we can definitely see this. We can see that in chapter 4, with no money you can't really enjoy leisure. I mean, yes, you can go on a walk, but if you want to travel or you want to have a new experience, learning the guitar or piano, I believe is what our book said, you're going to need that money. It's not easy to go with the flow. You're going to have that worry of paying your bills, your food, your shelter. And if you don't have the money to socialize and to get to know other people, because they like to do activities, then it's really hard to be able to, it's going to have an effect on where your social class is. I think it also, you can be treated differently because of gender, relationships, and discrimination based on the money that you have, because that is going to be a determining factor. I read in our chapter 3 in the 3 and 4, it says women actually are not as happy, and men has just kind of leveled out, like it's just stayed the same since the late 80s until 2000s, which is really interesting. But there has been a lot of changes in the home and workforce, and I believe that is what makes the difference there. I think that if we look into it though, we can see that that money does affect us, and we shouldn't always worry about how it can affect us socially and mentally, but we do. It's a big factor. It's something that I think we all can see that in America, without it, you're unable to do a lot of things. I mean, there's still a lot you can, but it can be a factor in the situations. So my readings come from chapters 3 and 4, and thank you.